to trade his new number 30 for his old, and Tony Perez's retired number 24. Griffey's dad said the only number weighing on his son was 400. Junior hoped to hit that home run milestone at home, but hit the road sitting on 399. There was still opportunity for some good karma. In 1989, 92, and 94, Junior homered on April 10th, his dad's birthday. And this wasn't just any birthday for Griffey Sr., it was a golden one, the big 5-0. Matching milestones for the Griffeys in Colorado, perhaps. You know, Senior never went yard on his own birthday. Rolando Araujo, who gave up number 400 to Cal Ripken Jr., does not to Griffey in the top of the first. No score after one inning. In the top of the fourth, Araujo's in there against Griffey, and there it goes. Number 400, just the 30th man to reach that milestone, second on the season, and happy birthday dad cards in the mail. Game tied at 1. In between innings, Junior exchanged a glove with the fan who caught the ball. He also got the ball back from his first home run as a Red. Fan didn't charge him for it. Bottom 8, it's home run time in Colorado. Todd Helton, former Tennessee quarterback. 2-run shot, number 2 on the year at 7-1 Rockies, but 2 men on for DT Cromer. DT logs on, and he is part of the Gone Network. A 3-run shot, first big league homer, and the Reds are back in it, down 7-5. Still top of the ninth. Chris Steins is the tying run at the plate. Chris Steins is the tying run going back to the dugout, courtesy of Stan Belenda. Rockies win at 7-5 as Buddy Bell wins his home debut. Araujo went 6. I mentioned he gave up Ripken's 400th last year. He had a great outing in this one, struck out 4.
League. Jose Lima on the hill for Houston has never beaten the Cards. Top of the first. Looky here. Looky here. Mark McGwire with a man on, his 3rd home run in 3 games. Cards up 2-zip. Top of the 8th. Craig Paquette at the plate. To left center. Roger Cedeno going back. And whoops. Jim Edmonds scores. Paquette ends up at 3rd, and the Cards are up by the score of 6-3. Watch this again. Cedeno, the former Met, actually gets his foot stuck. Dicey. Cedeno, though, not hurt, would stay in the game. Bottom 8, Astros down 8-5, 1 on for Darrell Ward, and this has all the makings. 2nd home run of the game brings the Astros within 1 at 8-7. Bottom 9, Astros still down 1. Mike Matheny, the catcher. Glenn Barker trying to steal 2nd with 2 out. He is out of the mix. And the Cards hold on to win by the score of 8-7. Pat Henkin the win, now 2-0 as a Cardinal. Jim Edmonds goes 4 for 4, continuing his torrid start in his first year as a Cardinal. The team's combining for 8 homers. How about Andres Galarraga? 4th home run of the year already after he missed all of last year undergoing treatment for cancer. Bottom 6, bases loaded, 1 out.
Right here. It's on the way.
Sammy Sosa into the double play. End of 6, Braves up 3-0. Bottom 9, 2 men on. Cubs down 3. And this has all the makings. Shane Andrews looking to tie the game. Does tie the game. 3-run shot. We're all tied up at 3. 3 batters later, Damon Buford's on 2nd. Pinch hitter Jeff Reed goes the other way. Ball game. Buford comes in to score. Cubs win it with 4 in the 9th. The final score 4-3. Kerry Lightenberg gave up the homer to Andrews and a single to Damon Buford before he came out blowing the save after going 2 for his first 2 this season. Kevin Millwood was brilliant for Atlanta.
His first outing, and this one didn't start much better. Ricky Henderson the double, John Dunley double vision. 2 batters later, Piazza, Bobby Abreu. Little help. Dunley would score, and he knocked in Henderson. Francona starter gave up 4 runs on 4 hits in the first. Bottom 2, 4-2 Mets, men on 1st and 2nd. Bird drops down a bunt. Zeal. Somebody poisoned the 5-hole. Lieberthal would score. Zeal's 3rd error. It's 4-3. Next batter, Doug Glanville. It's a deep one. Does he have enough? Not enough to get it out, but enough to tie the game at 4. And Bobby Jones gave up 5 runs on 4 hits in the bottom of the 2nd. Bottom 5, tied at 7. 2 out, 1 on. Mike Lieberthal to Rich Rodriguez. Whack him. It's first of the year. Phillies up 9-7. Bottom 6, same score. Glanville skies 1 to center. Here comes Nunnally. Kevin Sapsick going to tag up and try to score from 3rd. Nunnally firing. If you've been injured in an accident, get money for your pain and suffering. Piazza was okay, held on to the ball, but the Mets could not hold on to the lead. And
X-rays on the wrist were negative. Yerby Alderraz with a great year last year, but just 2 out of 17 to begin this season. But this is second home run of the game, and the D-backs are up 6-2. 2 batters later, Travis Lee. Eric Owens, efforting. Great effort. Bottom of the 6th, Ryan Klesko's on first. Owens, a liner back to Stottlemyre. On to first for the double play, and the D-backs win it 8-4 as the D-backs tie the team record with 5 home runs.
All about getting hits in the clutch. Anderson cranking one. Shannon Stewart. No. Maurice Vaughn and Tim Salmon would come in to score. Anderson finishes with 3 RBI. 2-0 Angels. Bottom 7 is 3-0 Angels. Troy Glaus. He is a lumberjack, and he's okay. Second of the year at 6-0 Angels. He had a great pitching performance for Anaheim as well. Top of the 9th, 2 outs. Scott Schoenweiss going for the shutout. Tony Batista. Glaus. That'll do it. Schoenweiss, complete game shutout. Angels win it 6-0. It's just his second major league start, and an excellent one for Schoenweiss. He and Royals, Ricky Vitalico giving up a 2-run homer in the top of the 9th to tie the game, but in the bottom half, Johnny Damon, Johnny Bravo. Johnny Damon takes it out first of the season, and the Royals come back to win at 6-5 after Vitalico had blown the save. Vitalico gets the win, though. Damon with a nice outing. The Indians beat the A's by a count of 9-4. Cleveland stranded 17 runners.
It was 11 years ago exactly, April the 10th, 1989. Rookie Ken Griffey hit his first career home run. Now he's at 400, and he's just 30 years and 141 days old. The youngest player to ever get to 400. Jimmy Fox got to 430 years and 248 days. Griffey reaching a significant milestone on the day his father turns 50. Said Griffey, "It's a cheap way of me not having to buy him a present." Rich Eisen looks back now on Griffey's amazing run.
Well hit ball to right field, and there it goes. Ken Griffey Jr.'s 200th home run in the big leagues.
On May 21st, 1996, Ken Griffey Jr. became the 7th youngest player to hit 200 Major League home runs. Already in his 8th full season in the bigs and only 26 years old, Griffey sat on the verge of a home run tear the likes of which had never been seen before.
On a check swing, well hit ball, and there it goes. Number 300 for Ken Griffey Jr. One of the youngest ever in the major leagues to reach the 300 home run plateau.
April 13th, 1998. With his second home run of the game against the Indians, Griffey became the 2nd youngest player to hit his 300th home run, trailing only the late Jimmy Fox, who reached 300 a mere 6 months junior. However, Griffey's quickening pace, as in 100 homers in less than 2 years, set the stage for an assault on the record books.
Game progresses. His trouble starts in the 5th or 6th inning.
Hit hard to left field. Bragg going back, still going, gone. Ken Griffey Jr. has just hit his 400th career home run.
Surpassing Fox as the youngest player to hit 400 home runs, Griffey, only 30, seems poised to join the ranks of sluggers like Mantle, Jackson, Robinson, Mays, and Ruth. And with a little luck, he can surpass the accomplishments of the ultimate record breaker himself.
Here's the pitch by Downing. Swinging. There's a drive into left center field. That ball is going to be out of here. It's gone. It's 7:15. There's a new home run champion of all time, and it's Henry Aaron.
At age 40, Hank Aaron hit home run number 715, breaking Ruth's all-time mark. Hammer and Hank, who never hit 50 homers in one single season, was in his 21st season when he accomplished the feat. Aaron ended his career in 1976 with the historic total of 755 home runs. With a mark that once seemed unreachable, now within Griffey's sights, only time will tell if Junior will become king.
Rich, thanks. Griffey getting to 400 in 1,248 at-bats, fewer than Hank Aaron. But from that point forward, Aaron hit 355 homers in his next 5,256 at-bats.